Hi students, today again I am going to upload the videos. Uh, but before I start, let me clarify. Last 4 days we didn't have network, the internet problem, so we couldn't upload. So sorry for that. The last week, the Coulomb's law we were dealing. But before I start, a few problems to solve. You look at carefully what are the important points of Coulomb's law. So you note down the important points here. The first point you should write down that the Coulomb's law is applicable for point charges only. The Coulomb's law is applicable for point charges. So suppose the charges are distributed in a certain area or along length, like this. Suppose your charge is distributed along length, and here is a point charge. So it's very difficult to apply Coulomb's law in this case. So for applying Coulomb's law here, that you have to consider these charges are concentrated at a particular point. The first point you note down is the Coulomb's law is applicable for point charge. So make it note here, point A, the Coulomb's law is applicable for point charge. Point charges only. This is first point. Second point, that the electric force between the charges is a conservative force. Between the charges is a conservative force. In class 11, you might have learned something about conservative force. A conservative force, the work done by a conservative force does not depend on the path. It only depends on what is initial point and what is final point. So electrostatic force, that means Coulombian force, is also a conservative force. Third point, it obeys Newton's third law of motion. So it obeys Newton's third law of motion. So that means here action-reaction pair is formed. Fourth point that you look at here, fourth point is it is much stronger than gravitational force. So let electric force, that means force between two charges, is much more stronger than gravitational force. The gravitational force happens due to masses, electric force happens due to charges. Now if you get the ratio is 10 to the power 36 times greater than the gravitational force. So ratio is 10 raised to power 36 to 1, not 10, it is 1. 1 is to 10 raised to power 36. So that much stronger electric force is in comparison with gravitational force. Then you write down Electric force, fifth point, next point is electric force. Electric force depends the medium present between the two charges. The electric force depends the medium present between the two charges. But mind you, the gravitational force does not depend. So this point you have to take it carefully. So whatever the medium present for gravitational force, the value of force is not affected. But same thing does not happen with respect to electric force. So these are some points. Now I will deal some problems to practice. In last lecture I have given you a problem, if you remember. So get it the solution here. How to solve? The problem was, this is your problem 1. Problem 1. What was the problem? You have, this is a square and the charges present was 2q, 2q. This is plus 2q. This is also plus 2q. This is plus q, plus q. I don't know exactly what was the question. Question was like that only. The side of this square is A. So all sides are A. The question was, if you place here plus 3q, any charge you place, what will be force acts on this charge? So this was the question. The answer for this charge is 0. I have given some points for the solving. Why it is 0, that you look at here. Now first you look at, you have 4 forces are acting on 3q charges. First between 2q and q, and then look at the direction. So what was the direction here? Now you make it one diagonal here, this one, okay. Now everything is clear. The first force we will look at here, one by one. Force 1, F O A, F O A, that you look at. First you write down what is the magnitude. The magnitude is Coulomb's constant, that is 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into Q1, Q2. So 2q and 3q, that means 6q square divided by, what is the distance actually? The distance is A divided by root 2 is a square. Since the diagonal is A root 2 and you make it half, so this distance is A divided by root 2. Now what is the direction? The direction is along OC. So you write down here along OC. Towards this way, because force of repulsion will act here. Second force is FOC, point 2. What is FOC? K, same magnitude, look here. K into 6q square by A by root 2, this is the square of the distance, same forces along where? What is the direction? So repulsion force acts, so this the direction of this force is along OA. This is along OC, this is along OA. Force repulsion. Now, third you look at here. So what is happening? So third force is between, you can write down F O B. F O B. So what is this? 3Q into Q. So K into 3Q into Q. That is what? 3Q squared. Distance is same in this case also. A upon root 2 squared. But the direction you look at here. Again force of repulsion. So the direction is along OD. Along OD. Then fourth you look at here. So fourth here I am writing fourth. So you have seen the force OD. This was OB, this is OD. Now again K, that is constant 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught into what is the product of charges? Q into 3Q. So this is 3Q squared by A upon root 2, and it's a whole square. So what is the direction of this force? OD. So along OB. Along OB. Okay. If you see all four forces, you will find whatever the force acts here in this direction, the same force acts in this direction. So net force about this 2Q and 2Q is 0. And same thing happening Q and Q. Whatever the force acting, the same force acts there, but in opposite direction. So net force is what? So F net is 0. Because equal magnitude of forces are acting in opposite directions. So these two forces act on 3Q equal in magnitude and opposite in direction. Similar happens here, Q and Q. So the net force acts on 3Q charge placed at point O is 0. So this was one more part I have given actually. The second part was somewhat tricky. Okay. So what trick was there? What I told you that you remove this charge. So if you remove this charge, what is the net force acts on 3Q charge? Now, as you know, let us consider F is force due to all remaining charges. Okay? Remaining charges means remaining was there are 3 more charges that are still present, and F dash is force due to plus Q charge at B. Okay? So just now you deal that vector sum of F and vector sum of F dash is 0. That means the all charges produces 0 force. So what is F dash? What is F? So F is negative of F dash. So what is F dash? So F dash is force due to this charge. Okay? So that you can write here F dash is equal to, what is the F dash? 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught, this is Coulomb's constant, into Q1, Q2. So what is that? 3Q squared by A upon root 2 whole square. This is minus. What was the direction of F dash? The direction of F dash was what? Along OD. Along OD. Okay. Since here minus sign is given, so the direction will reverse. So you can write down your force due to all remaining charges will be force due to all remaining charges will be simple. Minus sign will remove because we are reversing the direction. K into 3q square by A upon root 2 square along, what is the direction of reverse OD? So along, you can write down along OB. OD का उल्टा डायरेक्शन क्या होगा? OB की तरफ होगा. So this is one question that you have to take carefully. Okay. Now you try to solve in your way also. Next question I will give you. चलो अब एक दूसरा क्वेश्चन कंपैरेटिवली इजी क्वेश्चन है, इक्विलिब्रियम पोजीशन. ये सवाल है आपका इक्विलिब्रियम पोजीशन. Equilibrium position. Similar, just now we have did. Equilibrium position means what? The net charge, net force at a particular point is 0 if any charge if you are placing there. We have had a system of charges made up of 2-point charge. This is plus q and this is plus 4q. Okay. Now, where should be the third charge is placed so that the net force on third charge due to these two both charges is 0. So what charges are placed here? So let this point is your equilibrium position. This is O. This point is O, and this lie at a distance x, and total distance you consider it is r. Okay. So how can you get here? So first you find out how much charge is placed here, 3q. Not 3q, any charge you can place, there is no problem here. This is q, this is 3q. Now tell me what is the Coulombian force. So first force, that means Fq is equal to, first we are writing magnitude. K into Q1, Q2, so 3Q square by what is the distance? X square. What is the direction? The direction, since repelling force is X, this point is O, so direction of force is along OB in this way. Okay. Now you have to find here F4Q. So F4Q, so about this and this you look at here. So F4Q is what? How much? So Coulomb constant K into 3Q into 4Q, that is 12Q square by r minus x square along. Again, force of repulsion acts between this and this. So this charge will move towards OA. So the direction of force is along OA. Now one force is acting along OB, another force is acting along OA. For equilibrium position, the magnitude of both the forces should be same, and the direction is opposite. Then only you can get the equilibrium position. Now what is happening? So you equate this one. So for equilibrium, these two forces magnitude should be equal. So for equilibrium, what is there? The first thing that you look here, what was the magnitude of first force here? This is K 3Q square by X square is equal to K 4Q, or not, it is 12Q square by r minus x whole square. So if you cancel here, the k is cancelled, q square is cancelled, 3 is cancelled, this is 4. So you see here 4x square is equal to r minus x whole square. So doing a square root here, so this is 2x is equal to what? R minus x. So this is 3x is equal to how much? 3x is equal to r. So x is equal to r upon 3. So this is the distance that you have to look at here. I hope that I have made it correct. R minus x whole square. If you do square root, this is 2x, 3x. 3x is equal to r and x is equal to r by 3. So this distance is r by 3. So you have to look at carefully. Now, अब यहाँ पे एक चीज आप ध्यान देने की बात है कि क्या इक्विलिब्रियम पॉइंट दोनों चार्ज के बीच में ना हो करके दोनों साइड हो सकता है. तो सपोज करो कि हमने एक इक्विलिब्रियम पॉइंट यहाँ लिया, तो यहाँ लेने से क्या होगा कि इस चार्ज के कारण इस पॉइंट पर जो फोर्स लगेगा, इफ यू आर राइटिंग +3q, तो रिपल्सन लगेगा तो वो इधर के तरफ लगेगा, इसके कारण भी उसी डायरेक्शन में लगेगा. सो इक्विलिब्रियम पोजीशन आपको इस साइड नहीं मिलने वाला है. सिमिलरली अगर मान लो इक्विलिब्रियम पोजीशन हम किसी यहाँ पे रखें, तो +q चार्ज के कारण अगर 3q यहाँ रखते, हाउ मच फोर्स विल एक्ट? फोर्स जितना भी लगे कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं. व्हाट वाज द डायरेक्शन? द डायरेक्शन इज दिस ड्यू टू +q. एंड व्हाट वाज ड्यू टू +4q? तो ये इधर के ही और होता. फिर से रिपल्सन. तो दो रिपल्सिव फोर्स सेम डायरेक्शन में काम कर रहा है, तो यहाँ पे नेट फोर्स कभी भी 0 नहीं आएगा. सो इन दिस सिचुएशन द इक्विलिब्रियम पोजीशन इज लाइंग बिटवीन द टू चार्जेस. और वो कौन सा पॉइंट है वो आप देखें एंड यू ट्राई टू कैलकुलेट. नाउ नेक्स्ट पार्ट इज, एक क्वेश्चन हम देते हैं आपको प्रैक्टिस करना कि सपोज इंस्टीड ऑफ +4q अगर यहाँ पे -4q होता तो आंसर क्या होता? दैट यू ट्राई एंड सॉल्व. वेयर विल बी द इक्विलिब्रियम पोजीशन? -4q होता तो क्या होता है? तो इसका आंसर में चेंज आएगा. और ये ज़्यादा ट्रिकी सवाल है, आप हमें पता करके आप उसको सॉल्व करना. और मैं आपको एक व्हाट्सएप नंबर देता हूँ, या व्हाट्सएप नंबर है, आप नोट करना 9431472023. कोई प्रॉब्लम हो तो आप इस नंबर पर भेज देना. ओके. एंड इफ यू आर सॉल्विंग दिस प्रॉब्लम, क्या करना है इसमें? +q की जगह -q एंड 3q आपको कहाँ पे आप रखोगे इस चार्ज को कि आपको इक्विलिब्रियम पोजीशन मिलेगा. इक्विलिब्रियम पोजीशन का मतलब हुआ नेट फोर्स 0. एक और क्वेश्चन कर ले यहाँ पर. क्वेश्चन थर्ड. क्वेश्चन थर्ड ऐसा है कि आपके पास दो अनचार्ज बॉडी है, बॉडी ए, बॉडी बी. ध्यान से सुनना. यू आर गिवन क्यू चार्ज, आपको क्यू चार्ज दिया हुआ है एंड यू आर आस्क्ड टू डिस्ट्रीब्यूट दीज टू चार्जेस सच दैट the force between these two body gets maximum. बात समझ में आया कि इस Q चार्ज को हम कैसे कैसे बांटे? बांटने का बहुत तरीका है. जैसे मान लो 1/3 यहाँ दे दें, 2/3 यहाँ दे दें, 1/4 यहाँ दे दे, 3/4 यहाँ दे दे, 1/5 यहाँ दे दे, 4/5 यहाँ दे दे. लाइक दैट यू डिस्ट्रीब्यूट इन सो मेनी वेज. और आपसे पूछा जा रहा है कि हाउ विल यू डिस्ट्रीब्यूट द चार्जेस सच दैट the force between these two charged body gets maximum. That is the question. तो इसको हम कैसे करते हैं? तो let charge given to the body A is Q. तो इसको कितना मिलेगा? तो the charge on B will be Q minus Q. Okay? Now what is the force here? The force is simple है. Force is K, that is 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught into Q1 Q2. So Q into Q minus Q by R square. Okay? Q minus Q by R square. अब हम क्या करें कि फोर्स इज मैक्सिमम, उसकी एक कंडीशन है, आप क्लास 11 में भी पढ़े होंगे कि फोर्स मैक्सिमम होने के लिए फॉर एफ मैक्सिमम एफ को हम डिफरेंशिएट करेंगे. आप हमें बताओ कि सारे पैरामीटर में वेरिएबल कौन है, जैसा कैपिटल Q और स्मॉल q, या R या K. K is a constant, R is distance, it is fixed. Capital Q, total charge, is also constant. The only thing left is small q. तो आप डिफरेंशिएट करो df with respect to the charge given to the body dq. So df for maximum, df by dq is 0. तो मैक्सिमम का यही कंडीशन है कि इसका जो डेरिवेटिव होगा विथ रिस्पेक्ट टू चार्ज q शुड बी 0. दिस इज कंडीशन फॉर मैक्सिमम ऑल्सो एंड दिस इज कंडीशन फॉर मिनिमम ऑल्सो. सो हियर क्वेश्चन इज मैक्सिमम, सो दिस इज द कंडीशन. तो नाउ व्हाट विल डू, विल डिफरेंशिएट. तो डिफरेंशिएट करके 0 लाएंगे, तो ये बराबर क्या हो जाएगा आपको, दिस ऑल्सो इक्वल टू d by dq. This is K Q into KQ into Q minus Q by R square. So this you have to differentiate. जितने भी कांस्टेंट टर्म है उसको बाहर कर लो. What is left? तो आप क्या करना इधर में, और since this is 0, तो k बाई आर स्क्वायर, ये कांस्टेंट है, बाहर होगा और उधर ले जाओगे तो भी 0 हो जाएगा. यू आर लेफ्ट विथ d बाई डी क्यू इंटू क्यू कॉमन q माइनस q. सो अगेन दिस इक्वल्स, ये हो जाएगा q आउट dq बाई dq माइनस q इंटू q स्क्वायर dq square by dq. So this is 0. Now remember, तो ये हो जाएगा, the solution is q minus, what is the differentiation of q square? The differentiation of q square is 2q. This is 0. So what is q? The q is, it's a half of total charge. Half of total charge. So in this way, you are able to prove that if the given charge is equally distributed, in this case only, the force will be maximum. ऐसा नहीं होगा, अगर मान लो 1/3 यहाँ दे दो 2/3 यहाँ, तो मैक्सिमम फोर्स नहीं होगा. 1/4 3/4 तो भी मैक्सिमम नहीं होगा. 1/5 4/5 तो भी मैक्सिमम नहीं होगा. The condition for maximum is you equally divide the charges into two bodies. Then your force will be maximum. So this you do and practice. One more question we will deal here. अब आप देखो क्वेश्चन क्या है, इसको आप वीडियो पॉज करके नोट डाउन करें और फिर आगे बढ़ें. नाउ नेक्स्ट पार्ट इज व्हाट, मान लो कि a particle of mass carrying charge q1 is revolving around a fixed charge minus q2. So minus q2 is fixed, and a particle mind you, particle whose charge is plus q1, it is revolving. It is revolving at a distance r. It is revolving around minus q2 charge. न्यूक्लियस में उल्टा होता है, न्यूक्लियस में इलेक्ट्रॉन चारों तरफ घूमता है, यहाँ पे पॉजिटिव चार्ज को चारों तरफ घुमा दे, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, कॉन्सेप्ट एक ही होता है. तो योर क्वेश्चन इज कैलकुलेट द पीरियड ऑफ रिवॉल्यूशन. कैलकुलेट the period of revolution. Okay, to calculate the period of revolution, that means you have asked t. Okay, now you imagine for moving on circular track you need centripetal force. So centripetal force Fc is equal to mv square by r, and this you can equate in angular velocity. V is equal to omega, so this can be written as m omega square r also, because you want to find here periodic time, the period of revolution. So in terms of omega we will make it the formula. Now this centripetal force comes due to electric force of attraction, because plus and minus charges acts. देखो एक चीज ध्यान में रखना कि जब भी परपेंडिकुलर फोर्स लगेगा तो ट्रैक सर्कुलर होगा, ये ध्यान में रखना. तो परपेंडिकुलर फोर्स कौन सा है? So this centripetal force is provided by electric force between the two charges. So what is electric force? The electric force is K into Q1 Q2 by R square. So these two you equate. तो इक्वेट करने के बाद क्या मिलेगा? और ओमेगा का फॉर्मूला हमें बताएं. What is the formula for omega? So because this centripetal force is giving you the required value of centripetal force. So m omega square r is provided by k q1 q2 by r square. So this will become omega square is equal to k q1 q2 by what is m r cube. Correct? So omega is equal to square root over k q1 q2 by m r cube. So आप k की जगह 1/4 pi epsilon naught भी लास्ट में लिख सकते हो. Now omega you found, हमको निकालना क्या था? पीरियोडिक टाइम. तो as you know, तो ओमेगा को आप पीरियोडिक टाइम में आप लिख सकते हो. तो ओमेगा की जगह ओमेगा इज इक्वल टू 2 पाई बाई पीरियोडिक टाइम. सो व्हाट इज दैट? तो 2 पाई बाई पीरियोडिक टाइम इज इक्वल टू स्क्वायर रूट के q1 q2 बाय m r cube. So that's the fact that you have to understand. Okay. Now okay, so what is there? Your t is equal to, you reverse that one and then you see t is equal to ये 2 पाई से आपको मल्टीप्लाई हो जाएगा 2 पाई स्क्वायर रूट m r क्यूब बाई k q1 q2. k की जगह आप 1/4 पाई एप्सिलॉन नॉट लिख सकते हैं. देयर इज नो प्रॉब्लम एट ऑल. ठीक है. So this is the formula of periodic time of one charged particle is revolving around the second one. One more question I'll deal. This is the last question for today. इसको आप करके देखो. मान लो कि आपके पास दो चार्ज बॉडी है. एक चार्ज ये, एक चार्ज ये, दोनों पर इक्वल अमाउंट ऑफ चार्ज है. दिस इज Q, दिस इज Q. लेट दिस एंगल इज थीटा. ओके. तो जब ये इक्विलिब्रियम में होगा तो इस स्ट्रिंग में टेंशन क्या होगा, दैट यू हैव टू फाइंड. व्हाट इज द टेंशन इन द स्ट्रिंग इफ दीज टू चार्जेज आर इन इक्विलिब्रियम. ये क्या होगा, तो प्लस Q है, ये भी प्लस Q है, फोर्स ऑफ रिपल्सन लगेगा, एक पर्टिकुलर पोजीशन पे जाके ऐसे रुक जाएगा. दैट वाज द कॉल इक्विलिब्रियम पोजीशन. तो हम क्या करते हैं ना, लेट निकालना क्या है, निकालना है आपको टेंशन इन द स्ट्रिंग. और भी पैरामीटर निकाला जा सकता है, चार्ज भी निकाला जा सकता है, टेंशन भी निकाला जा सकता है. सो टेंशन एक्ट्स अलोंग दिस. तो इसका एक कंपोनेंट होगा T cos theta. ओके. एंड T cos theta is balanced by the weight of this charge bob. This is a bob, actually, spherical object. Then one more force will act. This is what? This is your F. Following? तो ये F कौन सा फोर्स है, F इलेक्ट्रोस्टैटिक फोर्स ऑफ ट्रैक्शन. और T को आपने कंपोनेंट रिजॉल्व किया, एक कंपोनेंट दिया होगा, तो इधर कंपोनेंट कौन सा होगा, T sin theta. Okay. So in equilibrium position, what is there? In equilibrium position, T sin theta is equal to F. F is what? This electrostatic force of repulsion here, Fe, correct? Fe. That is Q1 Q2 by R square. This is one part. And T cos theta is balanced by the weight W. So you divide this one. So what will happen? Or tan theta is equal to Fe by W. Okay, this is the equation that you have to find. और अगर टेंशन निकालने हैं तो टेंशन इससे भी निकल सकता है, इससे भी निकल सकता है, देयर इज नो प्रॉब्लम. चार्ज निकालने हैं तो चार्ज इससे भी निकल सकता है, चार्ज इससे भी निकल सकता है. सो एनीवे, इफ दिस टाइप ऑफ क्वेश्चंस गिवन एंड यू लुक एट इन द बुक, जो भी आपको दिया रहे आप उसको सॉल्व करने की कोशिश करना. सो थैंक यू वेरी मच फॉर टुडे. नेक्स्ट लेक्चर वी विल अपलोड वेरी सून.